welcome back to the Sir David Wallace Arena here at Loughborough University. We're one game down and we've got one to go. We've seen a fantastic trophy final between the University of Worcester and the University of Bath Twos, with Worcester coming out on top in their first finals in a decade. Absolute scenes on the court. But of course, we're not done yet. We've got the championship final coming up between Loughborough University and the University of Hertfordshire. And here to talk all things netball with me is Loughborough Lightning Netball Super League super shooter Berry Neal. Berry, thanks for joining me. How much are you looking forward to this championship final?
I am so excited. Obviously I was on comms with you last year when Loughborough played against Bath, and that was an incredible showcase of netball. Some of those same players are still in the Loughborough team, but there's also some new assets as well, so I can't wait to see how they come back after winning last year. And I'm also so excited to see Hertfordshire as well. There's a lot of talent in that squad.
So many names that we know and love from the Netball Super League and from the international scene as well. The likes of Azara Wilmot play for Jamaica in the Netball World Youth Cup. Keris Cairns, the Scottish international. Both sides are absolutely littered with Netball Super League and international talent.
Yeah, 100%. And I was actually seeing that Keris Finn has 26 international senior caps, and I just think at university level that is absolutely insane. So she's going to be such a leader for her side, and then all of those athletes that were at the Youth Commonwealth Games, especially some of those England players in that Loughborough side. You've got Sophie Egg-Barron and all of those people there. So I think it's just going to be an incredible showcase of experience that I can't wait for.
And speaking of experience, Loughborough University, last year they went back to back to back. This year they're going to go back to back to back to back. Well, they hope they will. I mean, that is just extraordinary.
It's amazing, but I think with that also comes that pressure. You know, everyone loves an underdog. So for Loughborough today, that pressure will be on. You know, they're expected to win these finals. So it's going to be so exciting to see how they come out, and also how Hertfordshire come out. You know, Loughborough were beaten this season so far, so Hertfordshire know they can be beaten. So I hope it's going to be highly competitive. I think it will.
I mean, Hertfordshire as well, let's not overlook who they're being coached by. Mel Mansfield brings a wealth of experience, a former Super League coach. I mean, that's pretty special to have that on your coaching bench.
Yeah, that's massive. And, you know, even with the coaches, they've got huge experience. And I think that's massive for these sides. And I'm sure she's brought so much kind of Super League expertise that she can bring into this university level. So, yeah, those players are very lucky.
Well, it is all to play for. There's only one trophy up for grabs. First centre pass coming your way at 4:30. Well, welcome back to the Sir David Wallace Arena here at Loughborough University for the championship finals. It is Loughborough University taking on the University of Hertfordshire. What an evening we have in store for you. I'm Lucy Goodman, and alongside me today is Loughborough Lightning Netball Super League star and super shooter Berry Neal. Berry, how you doing?
I am so excited to be here. I mean, it's not every week that you're blessed with Wednesday netball, is it? And a grand final as well. So I'm so excited for this game. I think it's going to be incredible.
Well, if the team sheets alone are anything to go by, this is going to be an outstanding 60 minutes of netball. But before we get stuck into that, earlier on I caught up with both head coaches. Jen Newman for Loughborough University, big day, a big occasion. How are the girls handling the nerves coming into this one?
They've actually been really good. They're really prepared. I think they're in a good headspace, and there's been lots of camaraderie, lots of things going on where they've been having lots of time together, ready for the preparation of this match. So yeah, in a good place.
And you guys are coming into this with some serious history behind you, aiming to go back to back to back to back, which is pretty extraordinary. How are you carrying the weight of the expectation that comes with that?
It's been hard for me, obviously coming in on the back of the previous coach. She's done wonders with them, so we've tried to carry on, emulate everything, obviously. So there's big shoes to fill, and obviously, yeah, it's a big one. But as I say, the girls are in a really good place, and I'm really hopeful that, you know, they'll take it to court and deliver today.
And tell me a little bit about your experience this first year of going from BUCS 2s to now the 1s. How have you found this head coach role with this squad?
It's been very interesting. It's been the BUCS 2s have been brilliant, and I've loved being with them. Obviously, this is a step up, and there's a lot more to take into consideration with restrictions of players that are obviously in next gen NSL and things like that. We've had injuries, so yeah, it's been a learning curve as well. But yeah, excellent. It's been thoroughly enjoyable.
Speaking of some of that experience, I was chatting to Mel earlier with some of the big names that they've got in their squad. You equally can very much match that, the likes of Selena Appleby-Prince, Darcy Everett. Tell me a little bit about the squad and some of the characters that you've got.
Oh, we've definitely got characters, that's for certain. Do you know what? I think the characters that we've got, they all have got things in their own right that they've achieved, and I actually think they really complement each other. We haven't got anybody that would stand out sort of in personality above anybody else. They all really gel well together on the court, off the court. So yeah, big personalities, but in a good way.
Well, we very much look forward to seeing what you guys put out on court. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, great to hear from Jen Newman, their head coach for the Loughborough side. Apologies, we can't bring you the interview with Mel Mansfield due to a couple of technical difficulties, but it was a fascinating chat with her. This is her 11th season as a head coach for this Hertfordshire side, and she was full of emotions with some of her players. This is going to be their last season, particularly the two Kerrises, Kerris Finn and Kerris Cairns. There's a lot of emotion that comes with events like this, Barry.
Oh, 100%. You know, finals are such a special day, but also so emotional as well. So I think there's so many people that, you know, today it will be their last experience, it might be their first. There's so many different situations here today. So I think it's coming together as a team and just making it so special.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very exciting match indeed. We're going to run you through the starting sevens for both sides. So for Loughborough, I mean, you're going to recognise a ton of names in here. In goalkeeper is London Pulse Super League player Darcy Everett. In goal defence, Selena Appleby-Prince, your teammate nonetheless. In wing defence, Niamh Kilgallen. Centre, Jess Tolson. Wing attack, Emily Paulett. Goal attack, Ella Williams. And goal shooter, Evie Watts. And for Hertfordshire, in goalkeeper, Vachelle Robinson. Goal defence, Scottish international Kerris Finn. Wing defence, Holly James. Centre, Lola Stevens. Wing attack, Pippa Dixon. Goal attack, Kerris Cairns. And goal shooter, Azara Wilmot. And it is Loughborough to get us underway in the white and grey dress.
And that's great pressure from Hertfordshire already. I mean, you see Evie Watts dominant on that 1v1 to goal, but actually Loughborough did have to go back on that first centre pass from first phase, so building pressure early, it's good.
And Lola Stevens, she's off to a pretty fast start already.
Yeah, and she is on-court captain today for Hertfordshire, so that's what you want to see from your captain, isn't it? Getting stuck in nice and early, setting the tone for the rest of the team.
Darcy Everett, she's getting stuck into the action. That's going to be a great battle between her and Azara Wilmot. And there we go. I mean, as a shooter yourself, how important is it to get that first shot off your hands and sunken?
Yeah, it's really important, and also you want to get it early on. Like, there's a lot of talk around the percentage of the shot, but actually I think that early shot just calms the nerves. You don't want to get 5-6 minutes in and feel like you've not gone to post yet. So yeah, ideal for both sides to get a goal on the board early.
Evie Watts, nice confident shooting from her, nothing but net.
And I was actually really shocked to see their starting lineup. I mean, all the shooters in that Loughborough side are great. I didn't know whether they would start Sophie Egg-Barron in shooter for a dominant 1v1 and maybe have Evie and Ella out as goal attacks, but they've started with more of a little bit of a moving circle, which is great for Loughborough, and I'm sure Sophie will come on as an impact player at some point as well.
Yeah, she really is a target, and then fantastic on the rebound as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of rebounds, Kerris Cairns, she mops up. So Emily Paulett to Watts, well outside the circle.
Nice.
Look at that, just creates space for Ella Williams.
And Loughborough really just exposing that baseline at the minute. I think all their shots so far have been along that baseline, so using the width, opening up the circle, working great for them.
Oh, look at the hustle from Emily Paulett. So committed, both on attack and defence.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, Northern girl.
A bit of Northern grit.
Netball club, so yeah, definitely what we've been brought up to be like. Oh, backing up from Selena. Great pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been watching her do that in Super League, haven't we? But it's nice to see her do it at Uni Netball as well.
Yeah, we are really treated to some of the talent that is on display today, both domestic and international stars. Speaking of international stars, Evie Watts, another Scottish Thistle.
Incredible.
9 thistle caps to her name, made her debut in the 2024 edition of the Celtic Cup. This is her first BUCS final, but doesn't seem to be showing any nerves.
Not at all.
Oh, look at
that
that.
was lovely. And the swings are really working in this early start of this first quarter. You know, we saw a swing to top, open up the baseline, and then that one we had a pocket to pocket. Evie sealed off the defender and opened out. So if Loughborough can keep that going for 60 minutes, I think it's going to be very hard to win ball.
Zara Wilmot takes a big step in, courtesy of the obstruction, lands the shot. 5 goals to 3 in favour of Loughborough. So Paulett, lovely straight line ball to Williams. Oh, and Evie Watts just turns and shoots. But that in itself will give confidence to her shooting partner that no matter where she gets the ball from, she's just confident to turn and look to post.
Yeah, amazing. And down the other end as well, we're starting to see them share that load a little bit more. So obviously Keris Cairns kind of scored the first 3 goals, but now we're seeing Azara really step in and have that impact as well. And I think sharing the load is so important. Oh, Holly James, insane.
That was unbelievable, and to find her teammate in Azara Wilmot, goodness gracious me. Certainly a finals-worthy performance from both sides so far.
Yeah.
And Hertfordshire closed the gap to 1 with their centre pass. Holly James on first phase.
Dominant.
Yeah, just brushes Emily Paulett off the shoulder.
And I think when you can use your backs and they're that strong at attacking through, it really helps in that end third. Great rebound from Selena Appleby-Prince, though. Oh!
Not the best choice of pass, going all the way across court to a stationary player, but picked up again by Everett this time.
And to be honest, I don't think it's too much to worry about. You know, the first 5 minutes of a final, both teams kind of testing the waters, defence going and everything. And of course there is going to be them nerves. Maybe not for Evie Watts, but you can expect to see across both sides, you know, a few uncharacteristic errors in this first quarter just as they find their feet.
Well, we saw that in the trophy final a couple of hours ago. Team Bath down by, I think it was like 11 at the end of the first quarter, came back to draw by half time. So it really can go either way. And that was a fantastic match. If you want to go back and catch up, I do highly recommend.
Great pressure defensively, but I think when Loughborough keep finding that body in the circle, it's working really well for them. You know, Keris Finn is someone that likes to be off the body. She's tenacious, her footwork to get around. So the more that Evie and Ella can keep finding that body and presenting, the better it's going to work for that attacking lineup.
Oh, a bit of a pressure pass into the circle. Wasn't really a huge amount else on offer. So Keris Cairns for the throw in. Ooh,
Smart.
I just
love
love
it when
those.
shooters do that. Defenders hate it, shooters love it. I'm here for it.
Oh, pressure, pressure, pressure. It pays off for Hertfordshire. Ball spills over the sideline. Oh, what a take from Wilmot.
Great take.
Obstruction called.
She'll get another go. She
Nails
won't miss
it.
twice.
Big shout out to our umpires for this match, Emma Walker and Emma Betts running the lines today. Good pick up by Niamh Kilgallen. Ooh.
Ball.
Pressure from Holly James. I think Paulett was expecting a whistle there. And Holly James really challenging and putting on so much pressure on that circle edge. But a great pop forwards from Williams.
And what I'm loving from both sides at the minute is both centre court teams are really getting to circle edge, which is making that shooter feed so much easier. Oh, great turnover by Holly James.
I'm not really sure who that pass was meant to go to be honest. That's the easiest intercept Holly James is probably going to get today. So Keris Finn to take the penalty.
Oh, nice play insides there. So They saw that the defenders dropped 2v1 on the shooter, so the wing attack and goal attack just playing down the same channel, the 1-2s, overloading the defence and then opening up the shooter 1v1. It's really smart.
Oh, good challenge from Ella Williams. Can't quite keep it in play.
And at the minute we are seeing both teams going back first phase on a centre pass, so I think what would really give a team confidence is being able to get that 1-2 connection going forward, so it'd be good to see both teams just work a little bit harder on that centre pass attack. But the ball is back in the hands with Loughborough.
Yeah, Holly James needs to be a little bit careful there. She just got underneath Paulett, who just bounces the ball off of Williams' head. Was not expecting it. It's not a game of netball without a falcon for someone.
Too right.
So Loughborough to double up, extend their lead by 3. Oh, Paulett. Yeah, look, she's appealing to the umpire. You just got to play to the whistle.
Oh, but she gets it back.
Outstanding team effort there from Loughborough. And finished off by Evie Watts, yet to miss a shot, I think.
Yeah, she's so dominant, and we've seen her for Loughborough Lightning Next Gen as well this year, really step up. So I think she's just thriving at the minute, and it's so nice to see her getting to play in a university final, get that starting 7, and yeah, I can't wait to see what she keeps bringing.
Well, speaking of Next Gen, both sides have 6 Next Gen players in a piece. So Loughborough have 6 Lightning Next Gen, and Hearts have 6 London Mavericks Next Gen. They've got a great relationship with London Mavericks. And actually through that partnership, they've had 16 Hearts athletes go on to sign professional Netball Super League contracts. So that just kind of highlights how crucial events like this are in the career of these athletes.
100%. And you know, what I was really excited for today is that so many of these athletes, you know, are on the cusp of Super League, or they're in Super League squads of 10 but aren't starting 7. And actually, this is amazing for them to showcase what they can do. You know, someone like a Darcy Everett who, you know, isn't playing 60 minutes at Super League gets to come here today and be like, this is what I can do. And I've already seen so many Super League head coaches in the crowd. I've seen Sonia McClover, Lauren Palmer, Vic Burgess. So actually, this is a brilliant showcase of netball, but also a brilliant showcase of individuals as well. Yeah. And I think a lot of these players are putting their hand up and saying, I can do this at Super League as well.
Absolutely, this is the place to be. Oh, brilliant tip from Keris Finn. She gets the throw in as well.
Yeah, tricky for Emily Paulett there, landing so wide first phase. So like to see if they can keep adapting, trying to take on the middle, make second phase just that little bit easier.
So Finn to James, and a footwork called. Oh, I can't say I noticed it myself, but possibly a little drag.
Good shutdown there. Oh, but the circle movement. Moving circles are so hard to defend when you've got 2 threats to post. You know, Evie's popping top, Ella's running the base, vice versa. It's just like, as defenders, what do you even do in that moment? You've got 2 people that want the ball and want to shoot. So, yeah, difficult for Hertfordshire there.
Yeah, it makes it very unpredictable, hard to mark. Oh, Zara Wilmot, another miss for her. Oh, Appleby Prince mops up. Courtesy of the pressure around circle edge. Oh, but right back at you, Keris Finn with the deflection.
And I think so far in this first quarter, we're seeing both teams getting a lot of tips and fingers and hands to ball. So it'd be good to see which team is first to kind of tidy that up, look for the clean lines. That's a lovely ball, an example of a clean line there. So it'd be good to see which team can consistently showcase that.
Zara Wilmot just needs to steady herself on the shot. There's a few misses to her name now. Keris Cairns picking up the load. So time just being held. I think there's a photographer on court, just needs to adjust their position. There we go, back underway then. Loughborough with ball in hand, out to Paulett for first phase. Williams high up in the goal third.
That was a much better 1-2 connection there, middle.
Oh, Holly James again. There is absolutely no daylight between her and Paulette.
And the pressure that Lola Stevens and Holly James are putting on that swing, granted they have had a few contact calls, but you know, if middies are taking that ball under pressure every time, the turnover's bound to come.
Oh, that was under immense pressure. Yeah, Stevens just turned away, probably a fraction too soon. Cairns was bang in front of her. So Stevens then to Cairns. Wilmot. Not even turning to post.
And I think that's credit to the defence, and I think that they will take confidence from that. You know, you've had a shoot and miss shots early on in the game, so as defenders there, you know that you've kind of got the upper hand in this first quarter. I mean, it's never easy shooting over Selena and Darcy.
Yeah. Certainly don't envy Zara and Keris right now. Oh, Holly James again! Almost. She has started off having an absolute blinder.
And from what I know from Holly James, she is someone that can keep that up for 60 minutes. I've had the privilege of playing with her and against her growing up. So, yeah, she will be like that for the full 60 minutes. So Loughborough just need to keep adapting. She's going to go on every ball, so can they add a fake, a change of direction, just to try and move her? But, yeah, she's excellent.
It's interesting you say that about the intensity. I was just thinking to myself, both sides have started with such intensity. Are they going to be able to keep that up for the 60?
I don't think it's about keeping it up. I mean, I think obviously a grand final, you come in with that adrenaline, that fight. I actually think the winning team is going to be the team that can adapt in the moment. So, you know, you don't have another training session after a final. You don't have another week of training. So for me, it's about which team can just consolidate, see what they need to adapt and do it quickly. I think that's going to be the team that comes out on top. Great shot, Ella Williams.
So Loughborough centre pass as well. Finn getting a hand in. Ooh. Not quite sure how she managed to get away with that one, but Keris Cairns almost with the little slip. Wilmot right in front of the post under all sorts of pressure from Appleby Prince. And Cairns pops it away. I think they're just going to ask for a little wipe of the court. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me there. Safety first. Here we go, biggest cheer of the day. It's going to be to our
As
figurative
always.
mop man. We need a mop sponsor. Someone get on the blower to a mop company. Where you at? Come sponsor the netball.
We just love like a floor wiper in netball, don't we? It's
I don't know what it
the
is.
highlight of the game.
Hearts them to restart the action. Oh, too much on that one.
I was going to say that was great pressure from Loughborough. They shut down that second phase. They had to go back. Hearts looked a little bit unsettled in that. So hopefully they can reward this now with a goal.
Oh my goodness, that was ambitious.
It was to end the quarter, so.
There we go, good awareness of the clock, even if it didn't quite come off. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Loughborough 15, Hearts 12. Barry Neal, what do you make of that first 15 minutes?
Well, from up here, you can see it's so physical out there. I think both teams have come out fighting. Both teams want to win this final, which is great. That's what you want to see. I was so impressed with the shooting circle from Loughborough. I just thought they were incredible. And the fact they've still got Sophie Barons come on and make a difference. Like, they're just spoilt for choice. The defensive pressure of Darcy Everett and Selena Appleby Prince over the shot, you know, we saw that started to get to Azara. I'd love to see her just come back on and just take those settlers under the post. You know, we kind of saw her putting down the penalty for Keris Cairns to take. But actually, I think she can nail those ones under the post and build her confidence back up. But for me, Holly James and Lola Stevens around that circle edge were just formidable. The pressure, the go in again, and yeah, they had a few contact calls, and I think they can maybe clean it up a little bit, but the ball that they're winning from that is incredible. And actually coming into this game, I was thinking Keris Finn was going to be that standout, and she has been incredible already. She's very rangy, she's getting hands to ball, but I really think Holly James has been crucial in that defensive lineup. So props to her.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, just 3 the difference at the end of the first 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second quarter between Loughborough University and the University of Hertfordshire.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and, of course, your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky, minty, yogurty sauce? Well, it's just landed. The new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Packing a punch in attack. Here's under the post. Free, tiptoeing on the touchline. But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade. The dream of the Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here. Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Yeah, why do you think it's important that sport's fair?
Because everyone works hard to be professional, so it should be fair. Because everyone's worked hard to get to the same place. There shouldn't be imbalances.
Sport's all about competition, respect, having integrity, and that's what you've highlighted there.
Well, 15 plays 12 in favour of Loughborough University. But although there is a 3-goal deficit, both sides have come out flying, Barry Neal.
Yeah, 100%, and I'm really hoping that we can keep this like a goal-for-goal game. We saw obviously last year Loughborough kind of pushed out against Bath and, you know, we kind of won the game going into the last quarter, so it'd be great to see if Hertfordshire can stay in this for the full 60 and even take the win, why not?
Absolutely. Well, there's no changes from either side coming into the second quarter. So backing in the 7 to start the game.
And I think that makes sense, you know, they've obviously just had their first 15 minutes of a final, you know, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of adrenaline. Just take that little bit longer to get into it. So hopefully this quarter will be a lot more clinical for both sides. So I think it's right for the coaches to trust to keep both 7s the same.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go then. Emily Paulett for first phase. Emma Williams to Tolson in the pocket.
Ball speed.
Look at the speed.
What a way to start quarter 2.
Oh, and stepping in on the shot as well to finish off. Oh, well kept in by Stevens. And Loughborough doing a great job to keep everyone off the circle edge then.
Oh, Darcy Everett. There's always a risk with that at goal attack, and I think she was smart to get closer to post, but just had to sight where that back defender was because Darcy will eat that up.
Yeah, Everett read it so well. Of course, London Pulse Super League player, reigning champion, playing alongside her sister Zara Everett as well. And Evie Watts, confident to post. Oh, Holly James, we're talking about her just at the end of the first quarter. She has picked up where she left off. They just cannot penetrate this transverse line at all. Oh, Tolson cares to finish off. Oh, needs to be rewarded. There we go. So looks like a tactical change. So Niamh Kilgallen going off. Looks like, I think that's, I think there might be Maeve Brannigan who's come on. We'll bring you confirmation shortly.
And I think potentially the perks of having Super League players is great, but also, you know, Niamh Kilgallen is obviously playing for Leeds Rhinos at the minute, so, you know, she may be restricted. I didn't think that she was particularly having a bad game. I thought she was playing great, so that's also something to keep in mind. You know, having a strong university team may also mean that players are restricted for other reasons.
Yeah, and it is Maeve Brannigan who's come into that wing defence position. Oh, quick hands from
And
Cairns.
that pressure is amazing. You know, they just took that centre pass attack and the first 3 passes stayed in the centre third. Like, that is something that Loughborough should definitely celebrate, and hopefully celebrate by taking it to a goal.
Yeah, right on cue. Brannigan with the turnover.
Evie Watts just shooting from everywhere, and obviously we've seen her in the Next Gen side, and Next Gen this year now has the super shot as well, so what brilliant practice she's had coming into this final. You know, she can pop them in from anywhere and she's got games to back it at Next Gen.
Yeah, she absolutely does, and at international level as well. So Cairns, she'll look to offload this, but the defensive pressure from Appleby Prince just shutting off the offload option, but Cairns backs herself. So gap back out to 4, but Hertfordshire not going anywhere. Stevens to Cairns. Wilmot high up in the circle. She'll work herself closer to post.
Oh, lovely. I think when she does just keep finding that body, she's so available under the post. I think it's just when she allows the defender to slip round, she puts her shoulder down so defenders can get in and defend. I think that's where they're getting tips and hands to ball. But she is so strong 1v1.
So is this young lady right here. Oh, a rare miss for Watts, but Williams
Backs her up.
Good hustle for the rebounds. Oh, and another miss. And it's a Hearts ball.
I mean, Hearts get the turnover on that one, but I would just love to see them adapting to what Evie Watt's doing. We've seen the last few phases of play, she's been holding on the front and receiving that front ball. So for defenders coming off the body, getting round, interfering with the space, because even though she did miss a shot there and they got the turnover, it is just a little bit too easy going in 1v1.
So some changes here. Looks like Keris Finn is going back to goalkeeper. I think Holly James potentially being pushed back to goal defence.
I think this is the way I imagined it might be, with Keris Finn at the back. Obviously, like I was just saying, Evie Watts is finding the body so well, and I think Keris Finn will actually come off the body. She will interfere with the space, she'll get hands to ball, so I think that's the right decision, and we've seen Holly James being so dominant, so just adding her into that circle defence as well, I think is the right change for me.
Yeah, Ella Courtney is the one who's come on into that wing defence position for the first time today.
Nails that one.
Yeah, around the rim, but does drop through.
And you can just see Evie Watts just asking the umpire if the hand on the ball is being seen. She feels like when she's shooting, there's hands over the ball and on the ball, which should be obstruction. Didn't see it myself, but it's always good to have clarity with the umpire.
Yeah, we are very fortunate to have such great access to feedback, both during the game and after. Oh, a strong take from Wilmot.
I think she's come out so much stronger this second quarter. Obviously, she's currently in the London Mavs Next Gen, so I really wanted to see her be dominant today. In this second quarter, I think we've seen absolutely that.
Oh, but look at this, some changes now for Loughborough. So Sophie Egg-Barron coming on into goal shooter. Evie Watts moving out to goal attack. Selena Appleby-Prince and Darcy Everett doing a switch. So Everett coming out to goal defence and Appleby-Prince going back to goalkeeper. So changes galore now.
This is a really exciting change for me. Sophie Egg-Barron is such a huge personality. Obviously she has 300,000 followers on TikTok, and that is just because of the presence she brings. But actually I think in a final that is so important. Like, she is such a flair player, she'll get hyped, and I actually think that's what you need in like these pressure moments, is someone that's just going to bring so much energy. So for me that's a good change. I mean, like I said, they've got such a dynamic team, they can make those changes, so why not early on in the game?
Yeah, I think it was only a matter of time before we saw her as Wilmot, another miss for her. Her shooting stats must be pretty dire at the moment.
I think what's important for me is that she keeps going to post, which I think we've seen her do a little bit more this quarter. I think, you know, shying away wouldn't be ideal, but Loughborough do get the turnover, and the ball speed through the court is insane.
Oh, but a little slip through the hands. I think Holly James might have just contacted them. That was exceptional work from Loughborough, courtesy of the tip from Darcy Everett and the chase down as well.
And also that cross-court ball to the pocket. I mean, usually we would advise not to do a cross-court ball, but because Sophie Egg-Barron was doing such a good job sealing Kerris Finn, that ball can go. You know, there's no risk of the keeper flying, and just the ball speed to see that and the pinpoint accuracy was amazing. And then the adaptation there, so rather than doing that long ball, they've switched it up and played size down the court, just for that short, sharp. So just the dynamic and just how diverse they're being in attack is making it really hard for Hertfordshire.
Oh, Maeve Brannigan! Oh, umpire just corrects herself then. We're only human after all. Karis Cairns playing herself.
Going about her business.
Yeah, just got herself slightly more central. I mean, shooters are going to have hot spots that they want to take a shot from, aren't they?
100%, yeah, and especially in a final, I think when that pressure's on, maybe you've missed a few. You know, you want to get yourself into a position where you really back yourself, and not for Sophie Egg-Barron, she'll just do a layup instead.
Oh, you love to see it. Part of the England squad that won bronze at the Netball World Youth Cup in Gibraltar last year. Former Leeds Rhinos Super League as well. And Zara Wilmot takes a strong take.
Sharp. Good job.
Yeah, better finish for her. Oh, a bit of hesitation to release that from Watts. Paul almost ran out of room there in the pocket. So it will be a Loughborough ball. Oh, I think there might be advance for an intentional contact.
Oh, lovely shooter to shoot a ball. And that split leg.
It is incredible, isn't it? Such a dynamic player.
And just lands her under the post for an easy shot, so why not utilise it? Oh, lovely second phase depth.
Oh, unlucky for Wilmot. I thought that might have been a little contact call.
And I think you can see both sides kind of reacting to umpire calls, and I think you just have to adapt in the moment. You know, if an umpire is pulling something or isn't pulling something, it's just a good idea to adapt. So, you know, if you're getting those shoves in the back and not getting called for it, just adapting what you're doing, coming off the body, holding front.
Hertfordshire just need to be a little bit mindful here. Loughborough with a little flurry of goals as Watts flies into the circle. Egg-Barron backs her up on the rebound and finishes off. Takes them out to 6 now, but it feels like momentum's very much swung in their favour.
Yeah, and momentum is so huge in a final. You know, you don't want to let it slip away. You don't want to feel like the other team are kind of getting the better. So super important that Hertfordshire start to look for a turnover now and take this one through to goal. Selena Appleby-Prince, the pressure is amazing. We've actually seen that they've kind of switched roles. We've got Darcy Everett out at goal defence, and I actually think this is working really well. Just giving them something else to think about.
I mean, tell me a little bit about Selena. Obviously, you know her pretty well, having played with her in the Super League this year. What's she like?
She is incredible. I'm absolutely loving being on a team with Selena, and I'm so excited for her today as well. You know, being a young player in the Super League, you know, it brings a lot of pressure, and even though it's so exciting, it's so nice to play back in an environment where you're like, this is where I thrive, you know, and I'm so excited for her, and she's thriving in Super League as well, so to see her potentially get 4 quarters in this game would be incredible.
So more changes coming in.
Yeah, Beth Long's moved to centre.
Right you are.
Oh, what a take from Sophie Egbaran. And that was exactly what I was speaking about when I said that she will be an impact player. Like, surely that strong take off the baseline has to give the whole team confidence. I can see the bench clapping and smiling. So, yeah, that is just exactly why I would have her as an impact player in this side.
Lovely depth to Dixon in the pocket. Well weighted.
And the work Selena is doing, she is just not letting her player get ball side at all. Even when that ball's landed in the shooting circle, she's still working. Lovely second phase.
Oh, Egbaran trying to do a cute little shoot a ball. Doesn't pay off.
Oh, the fake.
Watts from range. That one short. James on the rebound. Finn. She wins the aerial battle. Cairns now having to go back. Oh, just lacking a little bit of dynamic movement there in attack for Hertfordshire.
Oh, what a turnover.
Jess Tolson, that was absolutely outrageous.
She is such an incredible talent, and she has actually said that her kind of inspiration is Jess Shaw, and I actually see it so much. They're both so quick, so fit, so tenacious, just go on everything. She is such an incredible talent. I've had the privilege of seeing her play in Lightning Next Gen, and she's still so young.
Yeah, she is. She was the under-19 player of the tournament at the 2025 NPL competition. So, a really outstanding young talent. Oh, Keris Finn, great positioning.
And I think that's what she brings to goalkeeper. She confuses the space. I think when Emily Paulet had the ball, she looked hesitant to give that 1v1 into Sophie Egbaran, and I think that is because Keris Finn is such, you know, a strong, dominant goalkeeper and so rangy. So I think she's definitely kind of affecting how the attack are letting the ball go at the minute.
And Azara Wilmot, she'll go again, courtesy of the penalty. Everett trying to put pressure over the shot, and it pays off. Cairns, though, slots it first time. Ooh, off balance, massively overshot there by Egbaran.
I think it's really key that Hertfordshire take this one through to goal now. They've had a few turnover opportunities, but just not been able to capitalise. So I think for me now, for the momentum to swing back in their favour, this one has to get to goal.
Yeah, well, 7 the difference currently, so they need it to close the deficit as well. Cairns for the long bomb, nothing but net.
And she's really been the leader for me in that attack end at the minute, just sweeping the front, in and out, getting herself in a shooting position, which is from range, and just putting them up. I think she's been the dominant one there in that attacking end.
So contact called against Beth Long. Oh, Wilmot, it works so much better when she holds that little bit higher up in the circle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, she's just giving herself that space. We've seen a few go off the baseline, and I think that's when she creeps closer to the baseline and allows Selena to push her back. Actually, when she's got that space and is dominant, she can take the ball.
Egbaran, that one bounces out.
And you do just start to feel that momentum shift again.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to treasure this possession now. If they bring this one to goal, they'll take that deficit down to 4. And they'll go again. There we go. 30 plays 26. Just before the buzzer as well. That is the half-time score. So Loughborough, they have extended their lead just by 1, but this really is anyone's game.
100%. That was much more of a tighter quarter from Hertfordshire. I thought they came out amazing in the end. That defensive pressure that they're putting on, particularly over the shot. I mean, I've shot against Kerry's Finn, and you know she's very rangy and very good over the shot. So credit to her. But I think we're really seeing that play out. And a turnover's a turnover, right? You know, if it goes off a back line, that's just as good as an intercept when you're taking it to goal. So I think that's really crucial for them. And it'll be really exciting to see how they come out after this half time, because I do feel like the momentum was with Hertfordshire at the end of that second quarter. So, you know, sometimes when you've got momentum, you kind of don't want that break. You want to keep going. So it'd be good to see how they come out after half time, but also Loughborough, and you know, they've got such a strong, solid bench. I mean, you've still got people like Hannah Diamond and Izzy Affley sitting on that bench that you can inject into this game. So for me, I think maybe a few changes from either side. But yeah, I'm excited to see what the second half brings.
Yeah, worth noting as well that Loughborough are missing Molly Hole from their defence end due to an injury. Haven't named a replacement, so they are playing with 11, but she's a massive loss for them. She is just extraordinary.
100%. Molly Hole is incredible. I mean, their defensive unit is great, but I think Molly Hole brings something a little bit different. Was a high jump champion back in the day, and I think you see that with her range and how she can get up off the ground and win turnovers. I think Bella Bayliss also, we see kind of sat with that bench lineup. I think she's usually the captain, but is there to support, and also Izzy Kay. So you know, they've got those incredible people just sat around, and I think it's really important that they're with this team on this day. You know, a final is a team effort, and all of those players have brought stuff along the season that has helped the team get to this point, and just having that extra chat on the bench, having that extra support is so crucial. So yeah, good for them.
Well, let's see what unfolds in the second half. We've got a proper game on our hands. At the halfway mark, it is Loughborough University 30, University of Hertfordshire 26.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Hacking a punch in attack. Here's under the post. Free, tiptoeing on the touchline. But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade. The dream of BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here. Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Yeah, why do you think it's important that sport's fair?
Because everyone works hard to be professional, so it should be fair. Because everyone's worked hard to get to the same place. There shouldn't be imbalances.
Sport's all about competition, respect, having integrity, and that's what you've highlighted there.
Treat it all just to be a piece.
They've done it again, and they've done it in style.
Well, what a second half we have in store, just for the difference, but it is it is Loughborough, beg your pardon, who are large and in charge at the moment. They're out by 4 goals, 30-26. And there we go, right on cue. Loughborough get a cracking intercept on the circle edge.
Look at this ball speed through the court.
We do have a couple of changes for Hertfordshire coming into this quarter. So Lola Stevens comes back on into centre. Beth Long moves to wing defence. And Egg Barron, another miss for her.
Strong rebound, she gets to go again. She nails it.
Egg Barron looking for the options. Oh, it's tough out there on that circle edge, my goodness.
And I think that's another reason why you would put Lola Stevens back in there. We obviously saw her go off in that second quarter, but I think that she has just been that hustler in the middle, and especially around circle edge, you know, she's putting that pressure on and a team are coming out winning the ball.
So Beth Long to Scottish Thistle Finn. Long again. James now, great drive from her. Front position from Wilmot, swings into the pocket. Oh, the baseline drive. As the queen of the baseline yourself, Barry Neal, I mean, you must like that.
It's good, yeah, it's brilliant. And I actually think the timing of the swing to then open out the goal attack was crucial. You know, if that swing's not at the right time, it can affect the timing of the baseline drive. So for me, that whole attacking end, that was just beautiful.
Oh, Maeve Brannigan again with another pickup. And Paul, just gives the little nod to Tolson. Finn comes out flying, but can't get there in time as Egg Barron slots goal number 32.
And I think this long ball over has kind of been the story of the game for Loughborough, isn't it? And I think Kerris Finn's just starting to have a little look at that now, so how Loughborough can start to adapt.
Yeah, she reads the play so well. You'd only be able to get 1 or 2 past her before she picks up on it. Dixon then to Wilmot. Stevens now.
Darcy Everett just hustling, not allowing that front ball to land. But if she gives the penalty, then we know that Kerris Carnes will nail it.
So their centre pass as well to bring this back to 3, as it was at the end of the first quarter. Oh, that's a brilliant drive. Oh, not enough on that ball. Cairns, a rare miss for her.
And I think that's just the pressure that she's been put under at the minute. Like, I think she has scored majority of the goals for her side, and in a goal attack position, that's a lot to ask. You know, she's doing all the playmaking round the front, helping bring the ball down court, so then having to nail those crucial shots is a massive ask. Yeah. Contact call given there. The timing was just a little bit late, so they've advanced it on. Just think Beth Long, right idea, just needs to look at the timing there, because that was a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, actually, I think she's actually a little bit lucky not to get a 2-minute suspension there, because she did come underneath the body as Paulett was in the air.
And the long swing again, and Kerris Finn is looking at it.
Well, you can see the team are trying to set it up for her, but couldn't quite get there quick enough that time.
And I think that the work that Sophie Egg-Barron's actually doing in shooter, you know, a lot of the time we talk about goal shooters sealing off that goalkeeper so that they can't fly, but actually at the minute she is stretching out to the other side of the circle so that Cerys Finn has to make a decision. You know, are you going to go on the fly and leave Sophie under the post, or are you going to stick with Sophie and allow that swing to go? So I think that stretch that she's doing, although it's subtle, is really paying credit to her side at the minute. And another turnover for Loughborough. Lovely middle, what a take.
Oh, Maeve Brannigan, the athleticism, unbelievable.
That through court could be on a highlight reel because that was just pinpoint accuracy the whole way through.
I'll tell you what, they are playing with some confidence now.
Yeah, I just feel like this second half, they're just starting to let that ball go a little bit more, just trusting each other, which they've definitely built over the game.
And reflected in the scoreline, 8 the difference now, the most it's been all game.
Lovely 1v1 hold. And again, that's just that example when she gives herself that space to the top of the circle, that she opens out the whole circle.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 into the goal circle.
Take.
Yeah, the little hop in. Holly James trying to put her off, but to no avail. Nice middle channel from Dixon. Cairns now. Both shooters out of the circle. They get their way back in. Cairns, sneaky beaky.
And I think that's just credit to the defensive pressure Loughborough putting on. You know, the last few centre passes, we've actually seen a Zara Wilmot starting to leave the circle. And I think Loughborough are doing a great job at shutting down that second phase, which means the shooter has to come out. So it'd be great to see how they adapt to that. You know, are they just getting one over the line so that the other wing attack, goal attack can get that depth second phase? Because the more we start pulling out our holding shooter, the harder it becomes to get it to a goal.
Oh, too much on it for James. Oh, nice easy passage there for Loughborough. Don't think that was a single challenge on any pass then. And Ella Williams, I haven't said much about her today. Just calmly going about her business.
She is just so cool, calm and collected for me every single time I see her play. She's so smart and she kind of plays that playmaking style like a goal attack, wing attack. So sometimes, you know, you don't see her dominant to post scoring, you know, 20 plus goals, but I think that the work rate that she does to open out her shooter is incredible. Footwork call there.
Oh, a little bit hard done by if I was Tolson. But in the background before that centre pass, we saw Courtney Ferns come on into wing attack for Pippa Dixon.
And I've actually had the privilege to play alongside Courtney Ferns at London Pulse under-21s, and she is so smart and intelligent, and I think that's really what this attacking end needs. You know, she's very clinical, knows exactly what she's doing on the ball, so hopefully she can be that difference in this attacking side.
Yeah, plays a bit of mixed netball, does Courtney as well for Night Swords, current reigning mixed champions. So more changes for Hearts now. Cerys Finn going back out to goal defence.
Holly James into wing defence.
Michelle Robinson, I believe, coming back into goalkeeper.
So they've kind of gone with their starting back four, haven't they? They've gone back to what they know and what they started the game with. And an instant turnover for them, so it's worked in their favour. Incredible. Lovely middle from Courtney Ferns.
Yeah, I do like the idea of James going back to wing defence. I thought she was absolutely lethal there in that first quarter. Possibly less effective in the second quarter in goal defence, so I'm happy to see her back out the circle now.
And I think for me, Emily Paulett has been key in that attacking end, so why not put Holly James back on her and try to create that pressure? You know, Emily Paulett is getting to circle edge, she's swinging the ball, she's finding the space, so actually I think it's a really good decision to slot her back into wing defence and put her under some pressure.
And a brilliant feed into the circle, really identifying the space for Wilmot. Everett looking for options, going back to Brannigan.
Sophie Barron calling on that 1v1.
Oh, well, held off on 1 foot. James gets a hand in, but can't get possession. Robinson over the shot.
Oh, great pressure. What an impact she's had just coming back on. 2 turnovers off the bat.
Yeah, it's all a game of chess, isn't it? Even for the coaches around the changes that you make and the timing of them.
100%. And this game has just been the game of momentum swings. I feel like Loughborough push on and go 8 up, and then Hertfordshire respond, and it's back to goal for goal. So just really want to see one team just grab it with 2 hands and just really push on.
But then look at this again, the changes that Hearts have made in the back end. Now Loughborough have responded by going back to their original shooting partnership, albeit the other way around. It really is tit for tat. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, it's almost like mind games, isn't it?
It is.
In some sense.
It absolutely is. It's fascinating to watch. Well taken by Wilmot.
She's really starting to find her flow in this third quarter, just being a lot more dominant on that 1v1. So aggressive to post, turning, putting them shots up. Oh, nice fake from Evie Watts there to draw Holly James to the pocket and then play front to Emily Paulett.
Oh, Robinson, unfortunate there. Evie Watts gets number 39 for Loughborough.
And I think both defensive circles can just tidy up a little bit on marking the shot, because we're seeing a lot of shooters getting a second chance, and I actually think, well done Selena, great turnover. What she actually did there was she rolled around the back of the shooter, so it looked like the overball was on. As the ball was in the air, Selena rolls around the back of the shooter and actually stops her from being able to take the back space. That was incredible.
Yeah, the mentor roll, as I believe it's coined, after the legendary Jiva mentor. Lovely feed into the circle for Williams. Oh, that looks like a good distance for me. Maybe arms first, perhaps.
I think that's just adapting to the umpire. You know, if they're going to call it and it's not 3 foot, just go 4 foot. It's better not to give away the penalties and give them a second chance. Lovely through court.
Oh,
she nails it.
Lovely shot as well.
The second phase shutdown from Loughborough this whole game has been so consistent. Oh, lucky Selena.
Karis Cairns confident as ever. Still 5 the difference now.
Lovely second phase middle, good job. And actually what I'm loving about Ella Williams in this position is, you know, you kind of imagine it to be more of a moving circle, you know, 2 goal attacks, unfortunate on the shot there. But you kind of imagine it to be more of a moving circle, you know, they're not the tallest shooters and they're both so quick, but actually we're just seeing a post up and hold 1v1, which is just so good. And it actually makes the defenders have to think about more. She's just adding so much diversity in that shooting circle for me, which has been amazing to see.
Oh, that was a bit of a pressure pass, but Wilmot does well to keep it in play. Gives a little bit of a hip check there to Appleby Prince, but nothing called.
And that's one thing about Selena, you know, if she's not going to turn over the ball, she's going to put you under pressure while she take it. And I think she's just been so dominant in that defensive end. She's not letting any ball land easy, and even if it is landing, the pressure is on all the time. Which actually, like, you can't take for granted. That is actually probably part of the reason why we've seen some of these shooters missing these shots, because they're just under that constant pressure taking the ball.
Well, there you go, Barry. I think she heard you right on cue. She comes out with another crucial turnover.
Oh, just a bit too far.
Oh, non-ball side position as well. That was always going to be a tricky one. James to Ferns. Or Everett, yeah. Bit late on that one.
Yeah, I think it's the right idea to keep running those hard. But yeah, just a little bit late.
Look at them keeping Cairns out the circle though. The middies really stood up then with the 2-on-1. Oh, a couple of calls now going against Appleby Prince.
And those are the ones you just don't want to give away, like a penalty under the post. It just gives Hertfordshire that settler because the defensive pressure is awesome. So I just want to see them just clean it up a little tiny bit in that defensive end. Oh, and a miscommunication there on circle edge, but Evie Watts straight back on defence after that one. That quick through court, wow.
Yeah, straight line ball as well.
And Courtney Ferns is just doing exactly what I expected Courtney Ferns to do. She's just controlling that attack end, but a loose ball there and Loughborough get the turnover.
And that was such a crucial moment as well as we go into the final minute of the third quarter. That would have done them the world of good to take that to goal. And I think it was their centre pass after.
That cross-court ball again that we're seeing, just opening out that attacking end. Both middies on top of each other. I'd like to see one pull off here. But Evie Watts just dominant on the front.
Better distance there from Robinson as Watts makes it look incredibly easy. Final 40 seconds then of the third quarter.
Oh, what a take. Selena just needs to be careful there that she doesn't contact in the air. But Azara Wilmot just taking it anyway.
So still 3 the difference. Can Loughborough extend this lead before the end of the third? Paulett looking for options. Watts enters the circle.
Front.
Brilliant finish.
And Ella Williams just pulling that back space, pulling the defender, so Evie Watts has got the space to enter on the front. It's so intelligent, and a turnover just before the final whistle.
Oh, unbelievable. They're under pressure to take the centre, and they are denied another goal. So it is 43-39 in favour of Loughborough. I mean, Hearts just keep coming back and keep coming back, but they can't quite get themselves ahead.
I know, and I think that's like the work rate they've had to do to pull it back. It then almost feels like once they have pulled it back, they've just not got that extra give to get over the line. But they're completely still in this game, you know? It's a 4-goal difference. They can win this quarter by 4 and they can win this whole thing. So I actually don't think they'll be feeling disheartened going into this fourth quarter. I think they'll be feeling geared up and ready to go, that they can take this win.
Well, this is the do or die moment. A fourth quarter coming up in just a moment. It is Loughborough 43, Hearts 39.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Hacking a punch in attack.
Here's under the post.
Humphrey tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade. The dream of BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championships.
If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Well, this is it, the final 15 minutes of the BUCS Big Wednesday Championship final. It is 4 the difference, 43 to Loughborough University, 39 to the University of Hertfordshire. And this has been an outstanding game. We were saying earlier, it feels like we're watching a Netball Super League match, partly because there's so many Super League players in it, but the quality is outstanding.
Yeah, this has just been the best final I've seen in a long time. Like I said before, obviously last year we saw Loughborough kind of take that lead and were very comfortable. This is not comfortable at all. This could go either way, and it is so exciting. And I really want to see how Hertfordshire respond. 15 minutes, that's all it is to give everything you've got. So I honestly think it's going to be the team that want it more and protect each other that are going to come out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. For a number of these players, this is their final ever piece of university netball action. So you've got to give it all. There is no tomorrow.
And talking of players that will give it all, we see Hannah Diamond come into wing attack. I actually grew up with Hannah Diamond on my club team, and I have so much respect for her, just the hard work and determination she puts in. She's actually coming back from 2 ACL injuries. So, I mean, look at that, straight off the bat, the second phase depth that she's able to provide. I think she is going to be huge for Loughborough in this last quarter.
Oh, as soon as Hearts have a little sniff, they just throw it over the sidelines. So we do have a couple of other changes as well for Loughborough. Niamh Kilgallen has come back on into wing defence. Emily Paulett has moved to centre. Brannigan and Tolson go to the bench. And for Hearts, Sophia Shalabi comes on into wing attack. Courtney Ferns goes to the bench. Oh, there we go. Fakes it back to the transverse line into Wilmot. Welcome to the court, Sophia Shalabi.
And she's an incredible talent. She's been through the Pulse pathway, and she's actually currently in the London Mavs Next Gen. She's vice captain. So, you've got your vice captain of Next Gen only entering the court in the last quarter. That is just the calibre of players that we've got here for both sides. So excited to see what she brings. We've had 2 wing attack changes for both sides now. So yeah, battle of the wing attacks.
Oh, here we go. So Paulett with a bullet ball into Evie Watts.
Nails it.
Gosh, she makes it look so unbelievably easy. Yeah, Paulett just shortening her distance. So Finn to take the penalty.
Lovely depth. And look at the pressure Selena is putting on. It's like she's pushing the shooter, Zara Wilmot, out of the circle to take the ball.
Oh, but that's a beautiful shot from Keris Cairns. From range as well. So looks like we might have a blood injury here. So Emily Paulett is going to have to go to the bench. I think Jess Tolson probably coming back on into centre. We'll just have a quick check of the ball. I mean, I thought Jess Tolson's had an outstanding game, so I'm quite pleased to see her back on the court. Oof.
And Emily Paulett as well. I think for me, those two in that centre court have been holding this team together. Just the ball speed and letting the ball go. Both of them have been outstanding, so either way. And Evie Watts just on that front all the time. She creates so much space before the ball's landed so that she can receive that front ball so comfortably.
Yeah, the timing on the entry into the circle as well is sublime.
Hertfordshire just trying to play that short sharp. Give the 1v1, but Selena Appleby-Prince, the pressure she has put this shooter under for 60 minutes is insane.
Yeah, I don't think the ball was the best placed into Wilmot. It just gives Appleby-Prince a sniff at it. It needs to be slightly further into the backspace.
100%.
But again, look at that ball speed. Oh, Keris Cairns, that was close.
And I think Darcy Everett has actually been crucial on this attack for me. You know, she's at that transverse line, she's speaking to her team, even now turning back, speaking to Selena, but you know, she's just there for the attack. They've got that extra player almost in that attacking end because she's at the line, available. But that one falls short. Almost jinxed her there, didn't I?
Well, that was fantastic defensive pressure from Hearts, opting to go back to the line and then a miscommunication. Shalabi to Finn. Cairns now from one Scottish Thistle to another, and that's a confident feed in. Oh, the attacking contact.
That's unfortunate because that was brilliant ball speed.
Kilgallen to Diamonds, straight down the line. Great take.
Jess Tolson is so exciting for me. I think she's going to be a face that we're going to see in the Super League in the next few years. I just think she is going to be so dominant as she gets older. She already is, but at that really high level.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. She's one that's come up to the Leeds Rhinos pathway from under 13s to under 21s before she went to uni, and now obviously Loughborough Lightning next gen. So certainly one to keep an eye on for the future. Oh, smart there.
In and out.
Very smart from Ella Williams.
And she is someone that has also got a great immense of experience. You know, she was obviously at the Commonwealth Youth Games and got the bronze medal with her side. So, you know, she knows what it's like to play in playoff netball at a high level. And I think that's really showing today, just her experience and composure in that attack end. Selena! I've seen her do that in training one too many times, but just coming off the body, making it look free and coming around the player to take the ball. I mean, she's one of those people waving a hand for a play of the match today, isn't she?
Oh, absolutely. Isn't she just an exciting prospect, particularly for England as well. And it feels like momentum is well and truly the way of Loughborough at the moment. And Sophia Shalabi, looks like she's going to go to the bench. Courtney Ferns coming back on into wing attack. What do you make of that? Not on court for very long, just 6 minutes.
I think it's really hard, isn't it? Like we saw in the first quarter, you know, both teams took 5 minutes to settle into the game. So if you're going to bring someone on in the last quarter, it's a very high demand to expect them to, you know, not settle. So yeah, I think that was quite a harsh call, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a final, and if they feel that Courtney Ferns is going to make that difference to get them over the line, then it's what you have to do in finals netball.
Oh, Niamh Kilgallen almost picking the pocket of Lola Stevens then. Yeah, you do feel like a change had to be made for Hearts. 9 down now. Oh, and another miscommunication from Cairns. That's a couple of errors that's come her way now.
And I think even though it's coming across as errors and miscommunication, which it is, I think it's just the build that the defence have put through this whole game. Like, it's the fourth quarter of Hertfordshire just being pushed to their absolute limit from Loughborough's defence. So I think these uncharacteristic errors are actually, you know, detriment to the effects that Loughborough's defence are having.
Yeah, I mean, we call them unforced errors, but actually you're absolutely correct. It is completely forced through the relentless defensive pressure. Evie Watts. Oh, I thought that might have been footwork.
Yeah.
Oh, not to go.
Great rebound from Ella Williams. And I think that just gives you confidence to keep putting them up, doesn't it? Just like when you know your other shooter's got your back, they're going up for the rebound, you're going to keep possession. You are more likely to keep putting those long bombs up. Why not?
Yeah, that one was an unforced error from Cairns then, the breaking call, but Robinson comes to the rescue with the pickup.
Just Selena hedging between the two. Amazing pressure from her, and she's just so tenacious, still going up for that rebound. She just never stops. And it's been so nice to see her grind this game out. 60 minutes of Selena Appleby Prince. I mean, who doesn't want that on a Wednesday evening?
So penalty called against Robinson. So Hearts with another opportunity now. Cairns to Finn. And Ferns, a bit too flat on that one.
And this game still is not gone by any means, but I really want to see Hertfordshire just crawl that gap back closer, because, you know, a 10-goal difference is not reflective of what this game has been like. And so for them, I think it's really important that, you know, they start to close this down. They're still in it. But even if they don't take away that win, just a score that's more reflective of the performance they've put out, because they've been incredible.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And we see Keris Cairns go to the bench after... I mean, she has had a couple of errors in the last few minutes, so Pippa Dixon comes on into goal attack. We've also got Tilly Irvin, who's come on into goalkeeper as well.
I think Keris Cairns has been amazing today, but Pippa Dixon, you know, she's been in the Roses Academy. She was a Saracens Mavericks training partner back in 2023, and is now in the Birmingham Panthers Next Gen, so just as much experience almost, and a fantastic player as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Ferns flings it into Wilmot.
And I almost feel like that pass did have to be pinpoint, because that was the only option in the attacking end at that point. So yeah, great from Courtney Ferns, but you know, we'd like to have a few more options when we're under this much pressure in the last quarter.
So one more for Loughborough, adding to the tally. They're out to 11 now. They really have just put their foot down in this fourth quarter.
And Selena's, just look, she's getting ball side all the time. She's not letting the shooters get in between her and the ball. Just tenacious, just non-stop. They just don't have that easy outlet in the shooting circle, but Pippa Dixon, lovely baseline drive.
You can certainly see why Appleby Prince got her first full Super League contract this year. Obviously a temporary replacement player for the LexisNexis Dragons last year, but now a contract in her own right.
Shooter exit there from Ella Williams. Gets herself back in the circle and screens the goal. What a screen. Screens the goal defence and opens out Evie Watts. I think that's what you can expect with a moving circle, isn't it? Them props, them screens, picking up that back defender, opening out the circle, and then Evie Watts nailing long bombs. I mean, that's nothing new this game. Having to reset back to the line from the pocket again, just showing that, you know, tenacious defence in that shooting circle. But a lovely 1v1 open out there.
Yeah, Zara Wilmot using her body effectively to create that space. Ball at them to Watts, straight down the line to Diamond. Williams out the circle.
Great take.
Oh, that would be a super shot if we had it in the BUCS final, but it doesn't land.
And I think now for Loughborough, it's just about staying clinical. You know, they're probably starting to feel that excitement. You know, 3 minutes to go, 10 up, you're almost there. But I think just staying grounded, staying in the moment, taking each centre pass as it comes, and just keep applying that pressure. Lovely shooter-to-shooter ball there, and just putting it on the ground. And Azara Wilmot just finishing that shot off.
So some more changes. Keris Cairns looks like it's going into goal shooter.
Izzy Affley going into goalkeeper. Selena takes to the bench after an incredible game from her. And Izzy Affley actually lived in Dubai for 10 years and moved over to join Loughborough University. So what an amazing experience this is for her, getting some exposure in finals netball. A penalty pass or shot, and she will take it. Managed to get the rebound. Pippa Dixon nails it.
So Paulett then for Loughborough, out to Diamond for first phase. Whoa, tough challenge from Dixon, apologises.
Oh, lovely. And really smart from Evie Watts there. You know, she's been entering on the front the whole game, which has been so dominant, but actually she just saw the defenders shift to one side of the goalpost. She had the whole other side of the post to have the space. Take it on, she does.
Oh, Dixon not quite able to rip that one in, but the penalty has been called as we enter the final 2 minutes of this championship final. Karis Cairns, nice easy one for her. So throw-in goes the way of Loughborough University.
This last quarter we've seen Ella Williams really exit in that circle, which has been such a nice little change for Loughborough. In the third quarter when she was at shooter, we really saw her just holding that 1v1, and now she's just showing how diverse she is. She's coming out of the circle, they're setting screens, but a turnover, drop ball, Lola Stevens picks it up, and for me she has been amazing for Hertfordshire today. I think she's been their key player. I think when she came off there was a noticeable difference, and she's come back on and injected the same way she did in that first quarter.
Yeah, I think she's been a bit of an unsung hero. There she is, ball in hand. Oh, and the offload! Being double marked as well. To be able to offload like that with that precision into Cairns, who finishes off. Beautiful stuff.
And 30 seconds to go. I mean, looks as if Loughborough are going to take that win. 6 goals. And nails it.
Oh, it has been a fantastic performance from both these sides, but Loughborough able to hold their nerve and edge out with another pickup like that. You can see why they are about to be crowned the BUCS champions.
Lovely baseline, and nails it just before that final whistle. Incredible.
And there we go, the final whistle blows. It is Loughborough University who go back to back to back to back. Can you believe it, Barry Neal?
That was an incredible game of netball, and you know what, props to Hertfordshire because they stayed in that right up until that last quarter. I mean, Loughborough just showing how dynamic their team are. I mean, they managed to get their whole bench on, and I think that just says everything about the calibre of players that they have got. But from both sides, incredible today.
Yeah, it really was. I couldn't agree more. And it is that time of day where we do need to award our player of the match. Who have we gone for today?
Do you know what? This was really hard because there were so many amazing players. I thought Emily Paulett was so close to getting it for me. She was insane in that attacking end. And Evie Watts and Ella Williams, just their dynamic duo that we saw in that moving circle. But for me, the pressure in that defensive end, Selena Appleby-Prince, I mean, every single ball, whether she won it or not, she was just putting them shooters under so much pressure. And like we said, those errors that started to creep in, them uncharacteristic errors that, you know, I honestly think was just from her strength at the back. So for me, I would honestly say Selena Appleby-Prince would be my player of the match today. So good to see her get 60 minutes almost just before that end coming off in that fourth quarter. What she can do with that time.
Sublime, simply sublime. Well, we're going to run you through some highlights of that incredible 60-minute performance. It was certainly finals worthy. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Berry Neal as I dash down courtside to have an interview with our player of the match. Berry's going to walk you through our highlights.
And what a game that was. We saw at the start it was goal for goal netball. Hertfordshire were really applying the pressure, and both teams' shooting accuracy was immense in that first quarter. Evie Watts for me in that first quarter, formidable, just turning, going to post, so much that she brought to this side today, the front pops, everything. And Azara Wilmot down the other end, few uncharacteristic misses for her, but the rebounds that she was getting and the 1v1 presence she had was insane. A little bit of that kind of final nerves in that first quarter, but to be expected, and I think both coaching benches knew that and kept the same 7 going into that second quarter. We saw quarter 1 score was 15-12 to Loughborough. That is end-to-end stuff, goal for goal that whole way through, and we saw players like Emily Paulet applying that defensive pressure, and Evie Watts, what can you say? Doesn't miss. Down the other end as well, we saw Caris Carnes in there at goal attack, the long bomb queen, just really, really holding her side together. Amazing work from both sides in that first quarter. 15-12 in a final, it's pretty much goal for goal, give or take a few errors. For me as well, Darcy Everett and Selena Appleby-Prince, just the pressure they were putting on that unit that we had. We actually saw throughout the game Selena and Darcy change positions. So Selena started off at goalkeeper, she then went to goal D, back to goalkeeper, and just how seamless those changes were for Loughborough, just applying that scoreboard pressure constantly throughout that first quarter. And we spoke about it a lot, but Evie Watts on that front. I think Hertfordshire a little bit slow to adapt to that, but yeah, Evie Watts just been so dominant. And going into quarter 2, this quarter actually ended 30-26 to Loughborough. So it was actually a much closer quarter. Loughborough only won that quarter by 1. So Hertfordshire did respond in that quarter. And for me, Keris Finn just in that quarter over the shot, getting her arms up, getting in the way of that shot. And for me also, Azara Wilmot was a lot more dominant in that quarter as well with her shooting. Less misses and just really dominant on the 1v1. What an incredible game of netball this has been. End-to-end stuff the whole way through. The end score actually was an 8-goal lead to Loughborough. However, I don't feel like that really showed how competitive this game was. It felt like Loughborough would go ahead, Hertfordshire would pull it back, then Loughborough would just keep pushing on. But like we said, the final last year, Loughborough managed to take that by quite a healthy deficit. They almost kind of knew going into that third and fourth quarter that they had the game in their hands. So actually to see Hertfordshire come out today and apply that pressure, for me, Holly James, formidable. Currently in the London Mavs Next Gen, she has just been an asset to that team. I've had the privilege of playing with her and against her, and today I just felt like she showcased everything that she is about. And Lola Stevens in centre is the captain. So you saw that out on court, just how tenacious she was through the court, the give and goes, the working it to circle edge. And we saw Sophie Egbarin be injected into this game. I thought she brought something completely different for them to think about. We see her on that strong v1, the strong takes onto the ball, incredible, and nailing those shots. We even got to see a few layups from her as well. Incredible from both sides. What a game of netball. And just at the minute we can see some of the Hertfordshire players just a little bit sad. University netball is huge, and for a lot of these people this may be their last time out on court with their uni sides, or it may be their first. But Loughborough today were the team that were on top, and they were absolutely formidable. End-to-end stuff, but for me Loughborough really stood out as the team, and the depth that they had, bringing Hannah Diamond on in that last quarter, who was in the Thunder pathway and now Lightning under 21 and Next Gen. She did her ACL in her first year of uni at Birmingham, did her second last season, and actually is doing a Masters now at Loughborough and is playing for her side here. But just injecting those people in on the last quarter is insane. Okay, so amazing stuff, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And we're now going to go to the trophy lift for Loughborough.
time before we present our medals for our athletes. We couldn't have done it without our brilliant team of match officials who we now invite up to the rostrum to collect their medals. Put your hands together for our match officials. Medals will be presented by Sarah Gandon from England Netball. Once again, let's have a round of applause for our match officials, everybody. Thank you so much, team. Our next presentation is for our player of the match. Now, there were plenty of nominations for this one. It could have gone a whole host of different ways. I can tell you that the player of the match is from Loughborough. The Loughborough goal keeper, Selena Appleby-Prince. Absolutely awesome performance from Selena. Congratulations, Selena. Well deserved. And next it's time to present our runners-up medals. It takes two to make a great final, and these guys really did. Everyone in the David Wallace, put your hands together for Uni of Hearts. Uni of Hearts represented by Lola Stevens, Courtney Ferns, Karis Cairns, Beth Long, Karis Finn, Celia Vine, Pippa Dixon, Ella Courtney, Holly James, Sophia Shalabi, Michelle Robinson, and Azara Wilmot. BUCS Big Wednesday, they were absolutely brilliant. Every one of them to a player left their hearts out on the court for University of Hertfordshire. For the final time on BUCS Big Wednesday, give it up for your championship runners-up. They are Uni of Hearts. And now, your 2026 BUCS champions. Again, they are Loughborough! Girls, please head up to collect your medals. All of them absolutely brilliant today. Evie Watts, Hannah Diamonds, Maeve Brannigan, Izzy Athley, Jess Tolson, your MVP Selena Appleby-Prince, Neve Kilgallen, Ella Williams, Darcy Everett, Emily Paulak, Sophie Ebron, and Molly Hole. You're back to back to back to back BUCS champions. They are Loughborough University.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Hacking a punch in attack.
Here's under the post.
Humphrey tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade.
The 3 of BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Well, I'm here courtside with the MVP of the championship finals, Selena Appleby-Prince. My goodness, that was an extraordinary game. You guys did so well. Hearts pushed you all the way, but you managed to just hold on and get the win.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we came into this like wanting the 4-peat, so we really tried hard and we pushed through it. Obviously, we've got a lot of players not being able to play because of NSL and stuff, so it was whether we could quite do it, but we pulled through, and the fans also helped us get through that finish line as well.
Yeah, there was a fantastic showing today, and as you say, back to back to back to back, which is extraordinary. But not only that, back-to-back MVPs for you. How proud are you of your own individual performance today?
Obviously, I'm proud about the team. Obviously, they got me like here. Obviously, I wouldn't have got as many if it wasn't for the people in front of me who were kind of forcing those balls to get forced into me. So it's obviously a team effort, and yeah, I'm happy to get the goal.
Well, congratulations, a very deserved MVP and the championship winners. Congratulations. I'll let you go and celebrate with your team. See you later. We're going to try and bring in a head coach. If you grab your head coach for me, that'd be fantastic, as we have a little chat with her as well. But just an unbelievable performance, and you can see why she's got her Netball Super League contract. just extraordinary. But she's absolutely right. The whole defensive unit, complemented by Darcy Everett as well, in that defensive circle, really just came up trumps. And just while we wait for the head coach, I'm just going to bring back in Berry Neal. I mean, she's very humble, Selena, gave all of the credit to her teammates, but she's not wrong. It is a defensive effort. But talk to me a little bit about her individual performance today.
I thought she was absolutely outstanding. I think she won so much ball, and just the work rate, like I kept saying in the game, to actually stop the shooter from getting ball side. Like, there was a few centre passes where I just sat and watched Selena, and just her work ethic off the ball was incredible. And there were so many that went over the back line, there was a few missed shots, and that was just a built-up accumulation of the pressure that she was putting on.
And I think as well, we spoke about it a little bit in commentary, it was very hard to actually pick an MVP. So we have to give some props as well to the midcourt. I think Jess Tolson and Emily Paulett as well. They were so close to getting that MVP today.
Yeah, for me, they were both like just on the cusp of it. But I think like player of the match performances are obviously really like nice when you get awarded it. But I think that whole team will know how incredible they were today. And that centre court for me, Emily Paulett and Jess Tolson, just giving those long balls to the pocket. And yeah, we say we don't want to give it across 3 channels, but they were just like, actually it's on and I'm giving it. And I just loved how direct and confident they were today.
Well, I think that's the word. It is about confidence. The confidence for them to go to post and range, the confidence to send the ball into the pocket. There was just no stopping them. And Hearts, they tried so hard and they kept having swings in momentum. They almost clawed it back, but ultimately Loughborough were just too strong today.
Yeah, I think Loughborough were definitely the dominant side, and I think just that like the will it takes to bring that game back, almost then just they didn't have that energy to keep pushing on. And Loughborough is such a dominant side, you know, if you respond to them, they'll respond back. I think we've seen that throughout the years with Loughborough University. So yeah, for me they were consistently the dominant team, and I kind of felt like they would come out with the win.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think as well, we have to recognise for a moment the emotional weight that comes with competitions like this. When I was speaking to Mel Mansell beforehand, she said this is going to be the last BUCS for a number of players. I mean, to finish for Loughborough in particular on such a high like that, I mean, that's the pinnacle of university netball.
Exactly, and you know what? What the girls have to remember is making the BUCS final is incredible, and both teams today have worked so hard all year to make it to a final. I mean, personally, I know how hard it can be losing a final, so I'm definitely like upset for Hearts today, but actually just being here, being in this place together as a group on top of all the uni studies they're doing is phenomenal.
Yeah, well, I think you're absolutely right. And a big congratulations to all of our finalists today. Not forgetting as well the trophy finalists between the University of Bath 2s and the ultimate winners, the University of Worcester. That was a brilliant game. First time in the final in over a decade, and they managed to take the trophy as well. And of course, congratulations to the championship finalists, the University of Hertfordshire and your champions, Loughborough University. Well, from us here at the Sir David Wallace Arena, it's been a fantastic day. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes who makes events like this possible. Berry Neal, it's been an absolute pleasure from the lovely super shooter and myself, Lucy Goodman. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next year.